Alright, so before the video starts, I just want to let you know that I do have a Patreon. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing my full uncut reactions and the full length reactions, the link to my Patreon is in the description, and you'll also be able to see the reactions a few days or like a week early. So yeah, if you're interested in that, the link is in the description. But as for now, let's get straight into the reaction. Alright, so welcome back to the reaction on the channel. Today we're going to be continuing the Expanse and going on to episode 6 of season 2. I'm so excited to get straight into this episode. The past 2 episodes, and especially the last episode, episode 5, was absolutely incredible. That ended with Miller and Julie Mao, and obviously they went into Jupiter, I believe. But that whole ending, that whole episode was amazing. I can't believe that that's how it ended. That's the end of book 1, obviously. Leviathan Awakes, that's the end of it. And yeah, I can't believe there's going to be no more Miller. There's not going to be a Julie storyline anymore. There's not going to be any Miller. It's going to be so weird without Miller. But again, I'm not sad at all by his ending. I think his ending was amazing. It was very bittersweet. And yeah, it was pretty much a perfect ending for him and Julie. Because in the end, they was together. And yeah, Miller finally found Julie. And yeah, his faith and his hope. And they was just together in the end. I think that's just such an amazing ending. And the fact that Miller pretty much saved the entire solar system and convinced Julie to go to Jupiter instead, and yeah, crashing the Aero station or the Ares asteroid into Jupiter rather than Earth. Like, that is just amazing, man. I just think them 2 episodes, especially episode 5, was by far my favourite episode of the entire show so far. And that is saying something considering how good episode 8 was. And episode 4, yeah, like, that is just crazy. This last episode was so fucking good. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what the show has store for me, starting off with book 2. But yeah, it's been really interesting to see the whole stuff with Julie Mao, Jules, Pierre Mao, and Ehrenreich. Obviously now the Aero station is completely destroyed. Dresden's being shot. All the information related to this bioweapon has been destroyed pretty much. It's gone. Aero station is gone. There's no more experiments, no nothing. So yeah, how's Pierre Mao going to respond to that? And how's Ehrenreich going to respond? Because obviously we saw Ehrenreich getting really pissed off at Pierre Mao, where he was a bit more than pissed off. He was so angry with. So obviously the Aero station was targeting Earth, and obviously that's his home, and he's going to be really patriotic. So I'm pretty sure someone left me a comment saying that Ehrenreich is really patriotic, and he has a lot of dimension to his character. Same with Pierre Mao. But yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting to see these two pretty much talking to each other and finding out like just what's going to happen between them two, man. It's so interesting. Pierre Mao is by far the most interesting and mysterious character on the show, and I really, really do want to see more of him. Yeah, I also got a comment from one of my Patreon. I'll quickly get it up on the screen right now. Yeah, so did you spot that Mao lives in a big house surrounded by lush green grounds, slap bang in the middle of a dense city, conspicuous consumption of what? So yeah, obviously last episode, or I think it was the episode before, we obviously saw Pierre Mao and Ehrenreich talking, and it showed us a shot of this big, massive Mao estate, and obviously lush green gardens surrounded by a dense, field-packed city, pretty much. And yeah, it just goes to show, I have 2 theories about that. Either Pierre Mao is obviously extremely wealthy, and he's just showing off in a way, and that's like the way of him showing his pure power and dominance over the world. But yeah, again, I'm going to go onto the Hypnosis website and read out a few things that happened last episode and the episode before that, just to give a little recap. So yeah, I think starting from this episode, I'm going to do the intro, which is all up to this part, and then I'll do like a thoughts and reaction section. So this is going to be like a recap and the thoughts and my like theories going into it. So obviously, if you don't want to see all that stuff, because it's probably going to be quite long, you can just skip from the intro to the straight reaction, and then obviously if you want to watch the outro as well, because I've been doing that recently. I've been cutting up into little segments. Yeah, I think from episode 6 this is going to be there should be an intro and also like a theories or like a recap section. So yeah, I'm gonna get straight into Hypnosis right now. Alright, so yeah, obviously the episode was titled Godspeed, a really cool episode. So yeah, the coordinates Fred Johnson sent to Christian Avasarala were to a derelict stealth ship floating in space. After looking into it, Avasarala and Collier discovered that the ship connected to Protogen and Jules Pierre Mao. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, Protogen is Pierre Mao's company, and obviously he was brought in and questioned and everything. I completely forgot about that. That was really interesting, and yeah, she thinks this is connecting to why Mars wanted Phoebe Station destroyed. And yeah, so Johnson gathers James Holder and Naomi Nagata together with Miller to explain Miller's plans to ram errors with a giant Nauvoo ship rather than the Mormons traveling out the solar system on it in order to send it to careenering into Sol to destroy the proto-molecule. Johnson says that they need the Rocinati's help to destroy the docks and arrows. Holden thinks the plan is insane, but Johnson insists that it is the only way. And yeah, from like an overlook of it is a crazy plan. But as we know, it didn't go to plan actually. I was to say it did go to plan, but it didn't, because arrows just started teleporting. Well, not teleporting, but started moving at some crazy speed. Like, that was insane. The fact that Arrow Station pretty much all of a sudden just turned into a massive 7 trillion, I think it was 7 trillion tons spaceship. That's what it turned into. It literally turned from a 7 trillion tons asteroid into a full functioning spaceship flying off wherever the hell it wants to. Like, what? That is crazy. I can't believe that happened, man. But yeah, the derelict ship is found and is linked to Mal quickly. Both Avasarala and Savadir Ehrenreich, okay, that is his name, Savadir Ehrenreich, have Mal present himself to the UN to grill him about it. On the pretense of a radiation leak, the Navu is evacuated through Aldo McCann, suspects Miller is up to something, and obviously Miller was up to something. Miller prepares for this space mission and Johnson gives him back his gun. Nagata confronts Miller and asks him if he's doing all this for Julie Mal. Miller reminds Nagata that she and the Rossi crew hid some of the proto-molecule out in an abandoned asteroid, and he hasn't said anything yet. Yeah, true. That is definitely going to play a big thing in Season 2, because we haven't seen that since, like, Episode 1, Episode 2, and considering it's literally a sample of this proto-molecule, and God knows who could get hold of it. Mars, Pier, Mal, literally anyone. It's going to be a massive thing down the line. So obviously the Navu is launched from Taika Station and sent blasting on a course of arrows. Mal pretty much is irritated with Avasarala's questioning and tells Ehrenreich that he suspects she knows that they're working together. Ehrenreich disagrees because he's a dumbass, and the two men argue over whether their partnership is worth preserving. And after Episode 5, I doubt Ehrenreich's going to be trying to preserve that relationship anymore. Crew of the guy Malarini, or however the hell you say that, including Miller and Diogo, spacewalk onto Eros and then plant bombs on the docks to ensure that no one can get onto Eros ever again. Apart from Miller, that was left there, but you know, no one else is getting on there, especially since it's literally flying away. But yeah. Back on the Rocinati, Nagati spots a ship called the or whatever, I can't pronounce that. Marasmus, yeah, there we go. That shouldn't be there. They send a drone to investigate and end up communicating with the crew, a humanitarian mission to care for the victims of Eros. Holden needs to chase them off of Eros before any of them can get on and infect themselves. And yeah, so that obviously ended really, really tragically. On Eros, Miller and Diego are as chatty as they place the bombs. Miller warns Diego against placing too much faith in the OPA or anyone. Diego brushes it off. Miller then finds a hatch door and sees a body in an airlock. It's revealed to be one of the doctors from the Marasmus. So yeah, that was really, really interesting. On the Rocinati, a frantic Holden orders the Marasmus to turn themselves around and submit to examination. They could be infected with a proto-molecule, in which case the whole solar system is doomed if they're allowed to go freely, which, yeah, if they was. And yeah, I guess it's a really tough subject, because on one hand, you have these humanitarian people trying to help, and if you kill them, like, you're killing people that are trying to help. But if you don't kill them, they could be infected, and they could infect the entire solar system and kill billions. So it is in terms of the greater good, and obviously Holden had to make that decision. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a note about that. So yeah, the Marasmus won't turn around, however, and Holden is forced to fire weapons at the Marasmus. Debris from the Marasmus goes hurtling towards Miller and Diego, leaving Miller's suit punctured. Yeah, I completely forgot about that. That was crazy. I thought for sure after that he was going to go into Eros, because obviously hide away from the debris. See, after a frantic moment, he's able to patch himself up. Thank God for that. The bigger problem is that one of the bombs was damaged by the debris, such that now Diego must hold on to the detonator or else it will explode. If it does, it will ruin the whole Eros mission. Miller decides to make this supreme sacrifice and take the bomb from Diego and sends him back up to the guy Malarini. I cannot say that word, but Miller is going to go down with Eros. Miller relays the bad news to the Rossi about the bomb and his intentions to stay while it detonates. Nagata says they can rescue him, but the impact with the Nuevo is imminent. There's no time. So yeah, Miller is resigned to his fate as he watches the Nuevo approach for impact with Eros. To everyone's surprise, at the last second, the Nuevo goes soaring past its target. Yeah, inexplicably, Eros has deviated from its original course and dodges the Nuevo. That moment was crazy. How they figured out that Eros, it's moved. Like, what? How is it moved? It's a 7 trillion fucking asteroid. How is it moved? Like, that is insane. And yeah, that was an amazing cliffhanger to end on. That was crazy. And obviously then we have episode 5, Home. Yeah, I'm not going to go too much through this because I mean this intro is already 11 minutes, so I'll read a few important things. So Miller and the Rocinante crew are both trying to grapple with the fact that Eros moved to evade the Nuevo, but there's little time to marvel. Powered by their protomolecule, Eros is heating up and moving fast. Back at the UN, everybody's going absolutely crazy with the reports that Eros is on the move. Avasarala tries to cool down any notions that Mars is behind it. Matters get even tense when they find out that Eros is on a collision course with Earth. Yeah, I feel like that might just make them go a little bit more crazy, considering that Eros was on a collision course with Earth. Like, Jesus Christ. So obviously Naomi devises a plan for Miller to crawl into Eros. Ehrenreich wants to order a massive missile attack to take out Eros. Meanwhile, Avasarala wants to make sure Mars doesn't take the missile launch as an act of aggression. Obviously, she calls the Mars Prime Minister to make sure that they're not going to declare war if they fire these missiles. So Miller gets onto Eros. He starts hearing voices. As both Fred Johnson and the Rocinante crew look on with worry, the United Nations launch a massive missile strike towards Eros, but as the missiles make their way across space, Eros suddenly disappears from the radar. Chaos descends again. Like, what? How has Eros just disappeared from the radar? Like, Jesus Christ, them scenes where Eros just completely defies the law of physics was insane. I absolutely loved that. That was just crazy. First, it dodges like the Nuevo, then it just completely disappears off the radar. Like, what? Like, Jesus Christ. The UN is worried, but Fred sends them a message. Eros is off the radar, but the Rocinante still has visual. It's still there. They can guide the missiles to it, but the UN must give Fred the controls to the missiles. Avasarala advocates with Fred and wants to communicate with the Rocinante. Holden relays a message back to the UN, asking Avasarala to trust him with the mission. The request works. Avasarala vouches for Holden to the Security Council. Yeah, so obviously Miller's getting close to the center, and the protomolecule is all around him. As we saw, like he literally walked into the same place that Kenzo walked into in episode 10, which, yeah, we kind of knew that from then his fate was sealed. So yeah, the what's it called, as the missiles get closer to Eros started accelerating. The Rossi can't afford to lose a visual, so Alex increases the acceleration to match Eros. He warns that the crew, if they keep increasing the G-force, they're all going to end up unconscious. Holden gives the order, full speed ahead, so yeah, they turned up to like 15 G or something, which is insane. So yeah, Miller starts hearing like Julie Miles saying, "Catch me if you can," echoing. He comes to Naomi that he thinks Julie's consciousness is still alive in the alien ship. He deduces that when the protomolecule infected her, she infected it back. He thinks that Julie is the one steering the ship right now. Miller wants Alex to break and stop chasing Eros. Eros will find a way to evade the missiles regardless, as we saw. Fucking disappeared and dodged the Nuevo, like obviously it will. Miller thinks he can get Julie to stop Eros herself. Alex assents and taps the brakes. As Eros speeds away, Fred agrees to trust what Holden is doing and sends the Earth missiles out into space. Miller makes it to the Blue Falcon Hotel, where Julie was first infected with the protomolecule. There he finds Julie, or rather her consciousness, inside a body made of protomolecule. He wakes her up and makes a proper introduction. Yeah, "Hi, I'm Miller. I've been looking for you for like 2 seasons and 5 episodes, but I found you, Julie. Hello, how are you doing?" But yeah, Miller tries to convince Julie to steer the ship off somewhere safe. Julie doesn't think she can control it. Miller tells her she's not alone, places her hand on the nuke and takes off his helmet. He kisses her and they wait in each other's arms. Amazing ending, absolutely amazing ending to Julie and Miller's character. Yeah, that was incredible. Avasarala and Earth, Fred Johnson and Tycho, the crew aboard the Rocinante. Everybody looks on as Aero guides itself with a collision course with Venus. With Miller and Julie aboard, the asteroid station explodes upon impact with the planet, killing them both. Oh man, though, what a bittersweet, what an amazing ending, man. I absolutely loved that ending. That ending was probably the best possible ending for Miller and Julie. The fact that Miller actually found Julie in the end and was with her, like, yeah, I can't wait to get into this episode. I feel like this intro is so long. How long is it? Yeah, 17 minutes, but going into this episode, it's going to be so different to see no Miller, no Julie storyline. It's going to be so weird, because Miller was by far my favourite character. Now he's just gone like that. Like, I really thought he'd survive until, I don't know, season 4, season 5, I don't know, ages since season 2, but he's dead already, like, what the hell? But yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time. I do want to get straight into this episode. So yeah, this is going to be The Expanse, season 2, episode 6. I'm really, really excited to get straight into this episode. And yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into this. Alright, this episode is called Paradigm Shift. I'm not going to say that word, but yeah, interesting that we're, again, starting off with the intro. It does that sometimes. It starts off with the intro or the actual episode and then goes into the intro. So, yeah, that's definitely a little detail that I've been noticing throughout this season and last season. And also, when it goes to the guy in space, I think that is Holden. I said previously that's either Holden or Diogo. So I'm going to pause that when it comes up. I'm absolutely loving this show, man. I can't believe we're already on the 2nd season. Halfway through the 2nd season. Absolutely. What? I don't know, man. Okay. That does look like Holden, doesn't it? That does. There's this little thing on it. I don't know what that is. PRL enter KPA. Yeah, I can't make any. That does look like Holden though. So maybe Holden gets trucked off to Rocinante or something. I don't know.
But everything we built or mined or made was still the property of old Mother Earth. I was a fusion drive engineer. My wife, Katie, wanted to start having babies, like all good Martians do.
Commence pre-flight check.
The voice interface had been problematic from the start. The original owner was Chinese, so I turned the damn thing off.
Really interesting how we're going 137 years in the past. What the hell?
I guess is history.
We've seen the origins. So who the hell is this guy? Yeah, maybe that was not a good idea. You good, mate? It looks like a lot of cheese to me.
My name's Solomon Epstein. And I changed everything.
It's clearly the greatest technological leap since the Epstein drive.
Okay, the Epstein drive. Yeah, right. So that was the technological advancement, the thing we just saw.
It's a weapon that will conclusively tilt the balance of power in favor of Mars and probes. We're also reinforcing the hull to allow us to get closer to the surface. If there's anything left of Eros down there, we'll find it.
After knowing like all the shit that's happened, it's so weird to see these like.
Understood, sir.
They're thinking so simple, like just Earth and Mars, when there's a whole proto-molecule and extra solar system at play here. Well, not extra, like there's a... I forgot what the actual term for it is. Something not from this solar system, outer solar system or something. Like, they think so simple about Mars, Earth, but there's a whole other technologically advanced species from another solar system, like... Yeah. It's crazy. And this is the messages that James's mum was talking about to Christian in like episode 6, Windmills, the episode was titled. I do remember that, so. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's still got that thing in his arm, hasn't he? I completely forgot about that. Well, Miller did as well, but he's dead now.
Watching arrows coming at you and they're some genetic toolkit. It's alien.
You still want to destroy our sample?
Yeah. More than ever.
If you don't destroy it, it could literally spread to the entire solar system, kill Mars, Earth, Luna, Ceres, everything. So.
But Naomi and I.
Oh god, here we go. Amos
sleeping together.
I think Alex will be alright with it. But what about Amos?
God damn it!
Oh, these two knew, didn't they?
I told you, arrows, didn't I say? Yeah, you know some bet, man. Give me that arm.
Man.
What the hell was that?
That's because I like you, brother.
He said it was a punch.
I know, I didn't want to hurt you.
Them two literally made a bet. Oh my god. I love Amos, man. And Alex.
No. She's a good person and I like her, but she's like a sister to me.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd do her if she let me.
I'm glad we had this talk.
Yeah. Alright, Amos.
It's supposed to be a...
What? What just happened,
This is all
man?
telemetry of the new caps. Nearly 30 of them kept on going, long after all the others aborted.
Where are they now?
That's the million-dollar question.
What?
Well, I got no clue. Rossi lost track of them when we were chasing them out. 30 of them didn't get that self-destruct message.
That was definitely intentional.
Just kept on going.
To where though? where would they go?
Kind of an unsettling thought, don't you think?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, where are they going? Maybe this is Mal. Maybe this is Mal's doing, or Aaron Wright. Being captured by Mars or something?
Efficiency was through the roof.
137 years ago, let's
even thought possible. A
see where he's
once-in-a-generation breakthrough. And that was the whole problem. See, a high G burn hurts like hell. I felt like someone was standing on my chest. It was getting harder for me to breathe or talk. Shut down. Main.
Oh, it didn't listen though, did it?
Not that talking would have made any difference.
Oh shit. Yeah, you can imagine.
Oh, that was bad enough. But it wasn't the worst part. Because the most dangerous thing about being in a high G burn is that if it goes on too long, it'll kill you.
Yeah, no shit, mate. That scene with Alex and Amos, man, that's just in my mind. That was so funny.
The problem with Colonel Janus, as a scientist, I mean, his personality disorders are obvious, but his problem is that he lacks imagination. That's true. He can only conceive the world in terms of things he's already seen.
His job is to explain science to politicians. In that regard, it's a useful skill.
But it's of no use here. Eros Station was under quarantine, the result of a mysterious bioweapon unleashed by Mars, which marked channel to everything we find, unfiltered by Janus and Ehrenreich. Please, let me prove I'm right.
I wonder what you would find though, because it's being destroyed into Venus, so.
How you doing? Hey, good to see you. Thank you so much. Great.
Yeah, James Holden. Well, I mean, all the crew are going to be celebrities now, aren't they?
Easy. He said to me,
Oh, let's go, Miller. Oh, Diogo for doing that.
Diogo, you must continue to fight for the belt.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Must live. Just live. Who?
You gotta love Diogo, man. You have to.
Balance things out, but the
And you obviously have to love Miller.
That filed a lawsuit over the Nauvoo against the Tycho Corporation and myself. Basically, I'm in some deep shit.
Mate, you saved Earth.
Well,
Who gives a
one
shit?
more thing for you to worry about.
Actually, why? No, you didn't actually.
Why is that?
Because I've got the missiles.
After
What?
the UN gave us guidance control, our techs were able to lock out some of the abort codes and override the drives.
We scooped them up and brought them back to Tycho, inside gas freighters and ore ships.
We could use some help removing the countermeasures.
Nothing. Sometimes that's the best plan of action.
The only thing those weapons are good for is first strike.
Well, they're good for a lot of things. They can be used as deterrents or a bargaining chip.
Earth and Mars are still in the dark about the protomolecule.
And exactly what should we tell them? That is alien technology that we barely comprehend? That would cause system-wide panic. Until we get more information,
Yeah, that's got a
we need
point.
to keep this under wraps.
Everything would go into chaos.
Miller, I do this for you. I tell you girls, when you were
Can't
out
say
there in
Diego.
black,
He's finally getting laid, like Miller said.
the whole boat is vibrating underneath you.
Oh, here we go, Alex. Oh, it's gonna be so funny to see, like,
I
how,
would have caught up yesterday.
like, celebrity, like, I can't even talk, but yeah, it's gonna be really interesting.
Goes dim.
Also, one thing I wanted to mention was Fred Johnson. I thought,
Go back for the cockatoo.
alright mate, calm down.
Partner, whoa! Better back off and settle down, you hear?
Alex, beat his ass. Actually, yeah, you don't want to mess with Amos, mate.
Jesus Christ, Amos!
Oh my god.
You okay?
What are you doing here?
Bro, I love Amos, man. I love
Yeah, I got a
Amos.
spot next door.
Amos nearly just killed that guy. I thought Alex was gonna whoop his ass, but I guess Amos is. Well, Amos did. That's so funny. What I was saying is Fred Johnson is actually from The Walk One. He's not from his actor. I recognised him the first time I saw him, but I didn't know quite from where. But Fred Johnson was actually in The Walking Dead. I can't remember his character's name, like season 4 or 5. So yeah, if you watch The Walking Dead, you know what I'm talking about.
You're not being straight with me.
Well, I understand paranoia is the natural state of mind for a soldier.
After you left Arrows with Miller, first time, on your way back, you cut thrust for nearly 5 hours. We want the same thing, you know. We're on the same team.
That's the thing with all of you. Earth, Mars, the Belt, the OPA. It's all bullshit. Shouldn't be any teams.
Got a point there.
Beautiful dream, son. And I hope I'm around to see it come true. But in this world that we live in order to survive, you have to pick a side.
Yeah, it's interesting because the Rocinante aren't really allied to any certain like team or faction, I guess. Like, because they're literally on a Mars ship and they just saved Earth. And I'd say the closest thing to faction is OPA, but then again, they're definitely not OPA. So
last for weeks,
yeah.
Which I have to say was amazing. Aside from the fact that I'd be dead long before then.
Mate, don't even try to touch that. Your other arm will snap off. Or
the only thing.
Don't drop it.
It was my only hope. My last chance.
Oh shit. Out of range? How far is this guy gone? Oh, your hands. I wonder how this is a technological advancement. Like, what happened? Where did he go to? That sound again, that creepy ass sound, man. Has this guy figured it out? I forgot his name. It pretty much looks exactly like when we first saw him, the thing he was doing when Miller walked in. Coding all the stuff.
What's on your mind?
Let people know about Miller and Julie Mao. Not all the details. Nothing about the protomolecule, just about them. A Belter and an Earther who was an OPA member that sacrificed themselves to save the cradle of humanity. The Inners need to hear that.
You're going to turn them into a story.
A love story.
It was a pain in the ass suicidal ex-cop who got the job done.
He was a pain in the ass, but he's a Miller, mate. He's a legend. Use Miller's story of Julie as a way to keep tension down between all the factions and different sides.
Fred saw what the protomolecule did.
A way to reunite everyone, I guess.
Squeeze every ounce of information out of Kodazar's head to figure out how it works. He wants to control it.
Fred's trying to protect the belt.
Or so he claims. It's too dangerous to leave our sample out there anymore.
Yeah, you gotta destroy it. You definitely do.
We can give our sample to Mars.
What?
They're the only
Yeah,
players in this
what?
whole goddamn game that didn't do any of the bad stuff.
They nude Phoebe.
No, at least that's something real nasty going on down there, and they just wanted to keep Earth out of it.
Or keep what they found there a secret.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about, as usual.
I don't think you do, Alex.
Mars has
the only way to prevent that
is to destroy it.
it.
Yeah.
All of it.
I'm 100% with James on this. He has
wasn't
to.
working alone. Do you seriously believe we've got the only remaining sample in the system?
We just might.
I think you do, actually. I really think you do.
Stop the project dead in its
So if you don't destroy it and that gets out, then yeah, you're all dead. So you have to destroy it. You don't want one of the factions or Mars or not Mars, so PML or something getting hold of it.
Everything ready?
Alright, let's see the simulation, see if it
I'm right about this.
comes up unscathed.
Yeah. It's done.
Oh shit, he didn't notice a simulation. Oh, don't say Naomi's gonna... Oh, why is Naomi not listening to Holder, man? You need to destroy it. If you don't, so much bad shit's gonna happen. I'm pissed at Naomi for doing that. Why doesn't she just destroy it? If you give it to OPA, it's gonna be shit. If you give it to Earth, it's gonna be shit. If you give it to Mars, it has to be destroyed. Everything... All of that protomolecule has to be gone so the solar system can survive.
Maybe you see it coming. Maybe it surprises you. But in a sustained high G burn, what usually kills you is a stroke.
I'm so interested to see how his story advanced technology and why.
On my deathbed, all I could think about was what happens next.
The fuel. Look at the fuel, though. Jesus
Maybe we
Christ.
give Katie a child, answer my drive. They'd make her rich for the rest of her life. Because with my drive, the Epstein drive, Mars would be able to move outward, mine the asteroids, colonize the belt, and remake the solar system. Terrible thing about technology. It changes everything.
I wonder where that ended up then. His Epstein ship, where did that end up? Alright, so it's a joint UN and Mars facility. Interesting. I love when it does that, man, when it zooms in from like outer space towards other people. Right, so this is obviously present day, right? Yeah, because it's the farming stuff, of course. This is where he was deployed the other episode to like protect the farm livestock or something. Who the hell is that? Earth?
Those UN grunts are definitely loaded for bear. You really believe Earth is going to try to take this station?
Why else would we be here? To guard soybeans, apparently.
You wanted action, Stickman.
Hey, you got it now.
Is this what passes for action with you Navy types, sir?
Look on the bright side, Marine. At least you're finally off the bus.
Yep. Backing off. Don't want to make the Blues nervous.
She wants to fight there, doesn't she?
Maybe he was once, but it's quite clear now that he was involved with Eros.
We have no proof that that's the case.
His own daughter was working with the OPA to stop him.
So you really believe that he was trying to destroy the Earth? Is that right?
We need to know what he knows.
Christian knows all about you, Aaron Wright, mate.
How am I supposed to
You're
do
just a
that?
dumbass.
He trusts you. And if he helps us, he can keep a semblance of the life he's always known. We both know how the world works. When the stakes are this high, many things are possible.
Yeah, she's got a point there. I'm thinking maybe she was bluffing, but then again, if PML does have information relating to the proto-molecule, then yeah, they need to cut a deal and find out more about it.
Good. And please let them know that, if they can't, I will rain hellfire down on them all. I will freeze their assets, cancel their contracts, cripple their business. And I have the power to do it, because I am the fucking hero who helped save Mother Earth from the cataclysm that Jules Pierre Mao unleashed. Tell his children that government is more powerful than any corporation. And the only reason they think it tilts the other way is because we poor public servants are always looking for some fat private sector's payoff.
Fucking love Christian, man.
Looking. And by the time they can pull the strings to force me out, it'll be too late. Their family will be ruined.
Jesus Christ, man.
Their mother, the children, their children, all of them pariahs, outlaws, hunted and on the run for the rest of their days until we find them and nail each and every last one to the wall.
Yeah,
Make
mate.
sure you tell them
Yeah.
that.
Look like you just shit your pants, mate. Don't blame you, because Christian will completely annihilate you and PML, mate. So, yeah, you better watch yourself. That's what I'm saying. Look like you're seeing a ghost.
The way I see it, there's only three kinds of people in this world. Bad ones, ones you follow, and ones you need to protect.
But so I'm the one you need to protect, is that right?
Yeah, there's nothing to be ashamed of.
I let a breaching pod where 25 people get blown to pieces in order to protect you. I'm a big boy, Amos. I fight my own battles.
Yeah, that's really interesting about Amos's backstory. Obviously, the three types of people: the bad people, the ones you protect, and the ones you follow. So yeah, it's so interesting. Amos's character is so interesting, and his backstory and everything. It's really, really interesting. I really hope we do find out more, which I know we do, but yeah, we're looking forward to find out more about Amos's story.
Che vi to pensare toduim. Inte mi vedi.
So that's like the Balta language, isn't it, that they're speaking? Obviously, we've heard them speak them before, but yeah, and I think I got a few comments about that as well. Which is really cool that they have their own, like, Balta language. So yeah, what happened on the Epstein drive?
We'll blackout for the next 48 minutes.
Continue patrol and do not linger on the
It's a really unfortunate name that it is called Epstein, you know, obviously Jeffrey Epstein, but yeah, I'm just trying to get that out of my
Here. It's not one of ours.
What the hell?
And it's definitely unarmed. Probably just an unlicensed ag drone from one of the greenhouses. Copy that.
What? What is he doing? This can't be good. What? What is it?
Overwatch, this is Stickman. We are registering movement on the UN line. 6 Marines. About 2.3 clicks out on foot, closing fast. They appear to be charging us.
What the hell is going on?
They're jamming us! Overwatch, are you there?
Fight back, you gotta fight back.
Helmet!
Come on, Bobby. Absolutely destroy these UN people.
Are you under attack?
Come again, Stickman.
The comms are being jammed from the surface. We need to boost our signal.
Sorry, sir, we're still on blackout. 1 minute out.
God damn it, I need a surface visual now!
Why would UN do this? I don't understand.
They are engaging in orbit! Hold fire! Not our problem! Spread out, make a line, free fire, 500 meters! 500 meters, we don't have a to engage! That line, you will fire! Do you understand, Marine?
Ah, good.
Holy shit, this is kicking off. This is all kicking off so fast. What? Why would the UN do this to Mars? What? What are they trying to achieve? What is that? What the fuck is that? Oh my god, that's why they're running towards them. I know this is going to be a declaration of war. It's not them, it's not Mars sending a signal, it's whatever that creature is. Oh no, this is going to start a war when it's not even... Oh my god. This has just started a war, hasn't it? Don't end there. Do not end there. Good. Shit, though. They was running away from whatever the hell that creature was. And they can't get it back up to the commander because whatever that was is jamming the signal. But there's no way all of the Mars people died and the Earth people, right? I don't know, actually. I was thinking that that's something... Well, obviously that is something to do with whatever the hell that creature was. Maybe an alien... Oh my god! What? Why in there? Why in there? Oh my god. Cannot be serious. I cannot believe the episode ended there. That is so interesting. So, I think that obviously the blue stuff that Naomi and the Rocinante crew left out, that proto-molecule sample, that has now turned into this species like we saw. And, oh my god, I can't believe that now. That started a war, hasn't it? all the miscommunication and misinformation has started a war between Mars and Earth. So obviously they saw Earth running towards them and they thought like, what the hell are they doing? They're declaring war on us. They're trying to attack us. And then the signal was jammed, obviously by that other stuff. That little ship we saw was jamming the signal, I believe. And obviously now each side thinks that the other side has declared war. So Earth running towards them, and obviously the people on the actual place, I'm not sure what the planet was called, or like the star, or whatever, but they was running towards that. Obviously they knew that they wasn't attacking each other, but the people in the ships, like the Mars ship and the Earth ship, they thought, they was thinking that on the planet, on the whatever the farm place was, that they was attacking, the other side was attacking them, and obviously the same for the other side, that they were attacking them. And obviously now, because of this, it started a war. They've actually attacked each other with ships, and we saw the Mars people, the commando, has literally just been killed. All of the Mars people are dead, apart from the people on this, I need to find the name of it, but on the farm, I'm just going to call it the farm planet, but on the farm planet. Yeah, what the hell is that? Like, we saw it running. I'm definitely going to look back at that in a minute, but we saw it running, and obviously all the Earth people running away from it, and like this massive creature following him, like crawling. It pretty much looked like the one we saw with Kenzo in episode 10 of season 1. That thing that came up and grabbed him like that. But at the end, we literally saw them. But at the end, we literally saw Bobby Draper and this blue and black creature, like, it looked like the one we saw in episode 10, but like a solid, like, looking one. And I'm not quite sure if that thing above, like that spaceship, was to actually kill that creature or to kill Bobby Draper. I don't know, but God, that is so interesting. I can't believe how much it kicked off in the last 10 minutes. Like, what the hell? In the last 10 minutes, a potential war between Mars and Earth has been set off because of this blue protomolecule. This blue protomolecule has now created a war between Mars and Earth, potentially. That is insane. But yeah, I'm looking back at this right now. I need to see what the hell that was. Right, so that was crazy. Literally the past 10 minutes, everything kicked off. It's insane. What the hell? Yeah, okay, so we see...
This is Stickman. We are registering movement on the UN line.
Look, we see them because they're running. They're running away from whatever the fuck this creature is. But they don't see that. They see them as charging.
Stickman, are you under attack?
Yeah, and then the Mars think that they're under attack, so then they start firing on Earth, and Earth fires on them and starts a war. Look at this shit. But look at that fucking thing. What is that? We can see Earth running away. What is that there? What is that? Look at that. Look at the way it's running. What? It's like... What? What is that? That is definitely the alien species. That is the protomolecule in a form of the alien species. And that is why they was running away. Obviously, I can't believe this has started a war. What the hell is that creature? Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, this guy's dead. The Mars, I'm pretty sure that's the Mars spaceship, right? That has been blown up. I believe so. Yeah, all the Mars squadron is dead apart from Bobby Draper. So we saw that again. So is that an alien spaceship? Like, are the aliens in control of that spaceship or what? Or is that like targeting, is that controlling the alien? The protomolecule? What the hell though? See, that's what I mean. That is so weird. It's like a whole protomolecule species. It's a... Oh my god, what if it's Miller? That's bullshit. It's gotta be bullshit. But what if that is Miller or Julie in control of the... Nah, there's no way, right? I don't know. I think I'm just wanting Miller back. But could that be Miller? Could that be him from Venus? Because obviously he got burnt from Venus. He went into Venus and he was burnt completely. Disintegrated. But maybe that's him and he survives and he's using that. I don't know, man. I don't know. But as we saw then... We saw a red blinking. You see that red blinking? I wonder if that's either one of two things. Either that is about to, like, laser that creature, the protomolecule species, and kill him, and obviously save Bobby Draper, or that little ship there is in control of this protomolecule, and that's like its host, I guess, like the one that's in control. Actually, yeah, no, that's definitely, I don't know what I'm talking about. That ship definitely just sent like a laser down towards that protomolecule species and killed it. So whoever that is, they pretty much just saved Bobby Draper, and obviously that's like a pretty much an explosion from that thing going down. So yeah, Parrot Diggum Shift. That was such a great episode, man. Oh my god. But yeah, that was a really good episode, especially the past 10 minutes. Like, oh my god, that really picked up. And yeah, I cannot wait to see next episode and see the results, the outcome of this. Like, are Mars and Earth going to be at war? Like, surely not going to declare war on each other and go to war straight after all the shit with arrows. Like, surely not, right? I don't know, but yeah, we also had that guy, that Epstein drive. He pretty much found a massive, like, technological advancement for Mars, like, for the fuel, as you saw. Like, he found some, I'm not quite sure about it, but I know that was a massive fuel advancement, and that to harvest fuel better, pretty much. And yeah, pretty much he got so much fuel, but he was going in space, and he experienced so much cheese that he couldn't actually stop the spaceship, and obviously he probably died. Well, I mean, he definitely died, but his information led to Mars becoming an independent power 137 years ago. So that is really, really interesting. The Aero Station, all the stuff about that is now like the same thing that happened with Mars. And obviously the Earth and UN are seeing this as another Epstein, like, situation, I guess. Like, they've got technological advantage that is superior to Earth, and yeah, that's what the UN are worried about, obviously. But yeah, that was a really great episode. I absolutely loved that episode. I really cannot wait to get straight into the next episode. I'm not going to watch it now, but I cannot wait to see next episode and see what the hell the aftermath of the past 10 minutes. The past 10 minutes have been the most important 10 minutes since, I don't know, God knows when. Because if that starts a war, then that is the most important 10 minutes of this entire show, pretty much. Well, obviously the protomolecule, but between Mars, Earth, that is the most important 10 minutes if that does declare a war. Like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, that was my reaction to The Expanse, Season 2, Episode 6. A really, really good episode, titled Paradigm Shift, I believe. I'm not quite sure how you pronounce that, but yeah, a really, really good episode. Really, really did enjoy it. And yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. So yeah, that's been my reaction to The Expanse, Season 2, Episode 6. Really good episode. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, cheers for watching. Goodbye.